Ladies and gentlemen, Palantir stock did it today. We hit over $40 per share, which is unfreaking believable. You guys probably remember my price target earlier in the year was 30 bucks by the end of this year, and well, we surpassed that. And now we hit over 40 bucks. I don't think we closed over 40. Actually, no, wait, we did. We closed at $40 and a penny, guys. This is wild. So we're going to break down the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do with Palantir, and maybe some other stocks at the end of the video and the indexes. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well join the email list if you want me to send you my top 3 stocks every single Monday for free right to your email. That's linked down below, guys. And with that being said, cheers, man, oh man, we got to dive into this. So like I said, guys, my price target at the beginning of this year, well, not even at the beginning of the year, just literally about 4 months ago, was 30 bucks by the end of this year. And guys, we hit that point, I think, about a month and a half ago. When did we hit 30 bucks? It's been fast. Let's just say that. It's been fast. This stock's been moving, about a month and a half ago, actually close to, almost 2 months ago at this point, we hit 30 bucks per share. And it took another month and a half to 2 months for us to hit 40 bucks per share. This thing has been rocking, guys. Check it out. Looks like early August, we hit about 30 bucks per share, and we were wrestling with that price for a couple of weeks. I mean, we almost hit it in the middle of July, early July. We got so close to 30, but I think we got rejected. We topped off at about $29.80. Then we pulled down, right around earnings, which talk about a buying opportunity. Last time the company reported earnings, it got down to about 20 bucks. I think I did add more to my position at that point. And think about it. Since the last earnings report about 2 months ago, this stock has pretty much doubled, which is just unfreaking believable, right? I was buying all throughout this time period right here. Let me zoom in and show you guys right around, looks like April, right? Yeah, April I was buying a bunch. May heading into June, I was loading the boat at about $20, $21 per share. And again, I wrote it up to almost 30 bucks. I didn't sell a dime. I didn't sell a dime of the stock. And I bought more as it dipped down here to about 20, 21 bucks again. So I pretty much doubled down early August when the company reported earnings. And yeah, here we are, 40 bucks. And to be honest, guys, I'll be 100% with you guys. I was not expecting it to get to 40 bucks this year. Honestly, I wasn't. But you never know. With individual stocks, you really never freaking know, guys, which is why if you believe in a company, you just got to hold on. You got to hold on to the stock. I'm not saying it's a terrible idea to lock in profits a little bit, trim a little bit here and there. That might be wise. I'm not doing that right now with Palantir, but just in general, that could be wise. But keeping a bulk majority of your shares, especially if you believe in the company, a year out, 3, 5 years out, 10 years out, that's going to be pretty wise in my opinion. You're going to regret it if you believe in a company, it goes up a lot in the short term, the stock price that is, you sell out of all your stock, and then 5 years later it 10x's or something like that, right? You're going to regret it heavily. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, that's kind of how I'm feeling inside, right? There's not really an internal battle in my head like, oh, Stas, you got to sell out because I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been in the stock market now for about 10 years, and I've seen stocks, do very well in the short term that I believed in, that I was in, and I locked in the profit, and I've seen them go up a ton more after that, and I'm not letting that happen here with Palantir, guys. And I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again for those viewers that maybe missed it. I was actually in Nvidia stock. Well, I'm in it now, but I was in it at a much lower price, and this is kind of a lesson here for Palantir, right? And I was in it when it was at $100 25 bucks before the split. Funny enough, now it's at 125 bucks post split. But it would be $1,250 if it didn't split. So get an idea, or that gives you an idea, right? So I was buying Nvidia at 125 bucks per share, and I was like, this is a company I want to own. I really like this company, and it ran up pretty aggressively when I bought it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to lock in these profits. I'll buy it back. And guess what? You guys know how that goes. Guess what? It never pulled back, and I wasn't able to buy it back. It ran up to 300-400, and I was like, oh man, now I really have to wait for the pullback, and it just never pulled back. And that's the thing, if you really believe in a company, if you buy it, man, just hold on tight, because you're going to be tempted to sell, but it could go up a lot more, man, over time, especially if it's a very good company. And if you're not in the stock and, you sold out, you took the quick profit, you're not in the stock anymore, and it keeps on going up, you're going to be in a predicament where you're like, oh, man, I got to wait for the pullback, and, you might never buy back in. You might miss out on the big move, and that's, to be honest, what happened to me with Nvidia. But, I bought the stock on the recent dip for the first time since that point. I bought it at about 95 bucks per share. I've scaled in a little bit. It's not really a massive position for me quite yet. But, it's one that I own. I have exposure to it. And yeah, I do regret selling out of that and missing the big move there. And that's exactly what could happen here with Palantir, and why I'm holding on to it, because I do think this will be a triple-digit stock at some point. Maybe at some point in the next 1, 2, 3 years, for all we know, right? And if I'm in at 20 bucks per share, average cost, 21, whatever it is, let's say it goes to 100, 150, which I think is possible in due time, that's like what? A 5 to 7x for me? Not too bad. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm not getting shaken out of this thing at all. I'm not. It's a company that I believe in. Sure, it could be a bit frothy in the very short term. You can make an argument. A lot of stocks are, for that matter. But, I'm holding on. I have a lot of gains already baked in. Even if this were to pull down to the low mid 30s, I'm still going to be up big time on the stock. And yeah, I'm happy with where I'm at on PLTR, guys. I'm very curious, kind of your thoughts there. Have you had an experience where you bought a stock, it went up in the short term, you sold out of everything, then you regretted it? We've all had that experience pretty much. Let me know in the comments kind of where your head's at when it comes to that. I'm very curious. But yeah, kudos to Palantir, the shareholders. It's been a crazy ride, and honestly, I think it's just getting started. We were up 2% on the day today, and we cracked over 40 bucks per share. You could argue it's a bit overbought in the short term. Maybe we cool off a little bit. All right. But still, this thing has surpassed all my expectations for this year, no doubt about it. And I'm excited for the future, guys. I'm really excited for the future. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. We're almost at 40,000 subs, guys. And if you want some free stocks from Moomoo, you might as well use that link down below. Deposit at least $100 and you get up to 15 stocks, and your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY. And you could also check out my Patreon if you want to have access to my private portfolio, all the moves I make in that portfolio throughout the week. Every week we're doing stuff in there. All of that is linked down below, pinned in the comment section. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Man, talk about history being made for the stock. We're $5 away from all-time highs. This is nuts.